If you can make $500 a day, in a month, you will have made 15.5k. That is like more than what 90% of people make. So in this video, I want to give you a step-by-step process on how to make $500 a day from trading. If you have lost more than $250 in the last month of trading, you are doing it wrong. So there are basically two types of beginners in trading, right? Firstly, let's talk about Jeffrey, the first type. Jeffrey is like most beginner traders. He puts $100 into his trading account and thinks that he is risking the least amount of money to get rich quick, right? Instead of using proper risk management rules like risking 1% on each trade, Jeffrey thinks that 1% of $100, what is that? That is only $1. Come on, Brad. Jeffrey is trying to become a millionaire this week. $1? What? He's making peanuts, man. Jeffrey thinks that risking 1% on each trade is way too less. So he ended up risking $50 on each trade or even $100 on each trade because he's trying to double that account. That's why he's over leveraging and risking way too much on each trade. What actually ends up happening is that over leveraging causes Jeffrey to become super anxious and stressed. Oh, what if the trade does not go as planned? No, I'll lose all my money. So for the second type of beginner traders, let's call him Johnny boy. So John thinks that $100 is too little, right? So he goes and borrow money from his friends and family. He goes borrow money from them. So John borrows $20,000 from his friends and family and put it into his trading account. Yay! Now he can use big lot size like 5.00 lot size. Yay! Now he can make a lot of money and pay his friends and family back and also buy a big mansion. Yay! And then the next thing you know, he just lost the entire $20,000 and now he owes his friends and family money. Don't be like John, don't be like Jeffrey. This is why I need you to stop over leveraging and stop trading money you are not willing to lose. So the strategy that we're gonna use to make $500 a day is the moving average crossover strategy. So this is a trade that I took on US30 yesterday and it lasted for about only 1 hour, right? So in 1 hour I made about $1,000. Like you can see, I entered for a sell right here when I see like the moving average starts crossing over, and I also see a big fat bearish engulfing candlestick. For those of you who do not know what is a bearish engulfing candlestick, a bearish engulfing candlestick is basically this candlestick right here, and it basically shows us that it's a big red candlestick, right? A big red candlestick literally engulfing the previous green candlestick. It's just like eating the green candlestick because it's so big. That's why it's called the bearish engulfing candlestick. So I saw the bearish engulfing candlestick and I also have the moving average crossover. So I entered for a short scalp right here, entered for a sell position right here, and I'll place my stop loss above here and play my take profit like all the way down here at 2 times my stop loss. So this is a 1:2 risk to reward ratio, right? And I smash a take profit on this trade and just make a quick $1,000. So the next question that you might have is, how can you make $500 a day trading when you don't even have a lot of money to put into your trading account? So what a lot of professional traders do is that they will trade on funded accounts. Before I dive deeper into funded accounts, I need you to do one thing first. Step 1 is to stop trading real money for the next 30 days. Alright, here's what you need to do instead. I want you to open a demo account to start trading with like fake money, fake virtual money, and I want you to set the account value at $25,000. Alright, $25,000. So for the next 30 days, I want you to trade every single day with a plan. Alright, this is a plan. So you will only get into a trade if it lines up with your plan. You can use this strategy or whatever strategy that you want to use, but make sure that you must follow the trading rules. So for example, in this strategy, I will only take a trade if I see a moving average crossover and I see an engulfing candlestick. I must see these two things, then I'll take a trade. If I only see one, guess what? I'm not going to take the trade. And if I don't see any of these two things, I will not trade. And in addition to that, you only want to take trades if it gives you a minimum risk to reward ratio of 1:2, which means that we are risking 1% of our account to make 2%. We are literally like getting back in return twice the amount of money that we are risking. So that's a pretty worth it trade, right? 1:2. So you only want to take the trade if it's 1:2. If it's less than 1:2, like 1:1, guess what? Do not take that trade. Alright, you always want to make sure that it's at least 1:2 first. The next thing you want to do is to journal every single trade so that you can learn from your mistakes and your losses. Whatever you did wrongly, just write it down. You don't follow your trading plan, write it down. You don't follow your risk management, write it down. If you lose money, you write it down. Now, after the 30 days, I want you to review your trading account and see if you are profitable. If you are still not profitable, you need to do this same thing for the next 30 days. Alright, just repeat this until you become profitable before you start trading with real money. It is absolutely stupid to start trading real money if you are still not profitable on a demo account, because a demo account is like so much more easier when you don't have real money on the line, your emotions are not getting in the way. The next step is to get a funded account from FTMO or any other prop firms that you like, right? Just go Google prop firms. For this video, I'll just use FTMO because this is like the industry standard or something. So I use FTMO, scroll down and look at this. There's like different account types that you can choose, but for this video, for this challenge to get $500 a day, you will need to select the $25,000 funded account. So to get the 25k account, you have to pass through like a challenge to prove to them that, hey, look at me, I'm actually profitable. I can trade with your capital now. Of course, FTMO won't be so stupid to give their money to every single body to trade, right? Of course, they want to look for some sort of profitable traders. Then that is when they can trust them with their capital to trade with. So how this funded account works is that whatever you make from that account, right, you are going to split some profits with them, right? So in this case, for FTMO, you can actually receive up to 90% of profits, which means that if you make, say, $1,000, you can receive $900 and they are only going to be taking $100. So this is how the entire process works, right? The first thing you need to go through is the FTMO challenge. So you need to succeed here before you advance to the verification stage. And then after you pass these two stages, that is when they finally give you their money to trade with. This is when you can actually start earning some real money and start making your $500 per day. I'm just gonna quickly explain this entire challenge because I know that your time is precious and I do not want to waste your time. So first step is the FTMO challenge, right? So for the FTMO challenge, it takes about 30 days. Okay, so for the first 30 days, you're gonna be trading like some sort of a demo account with them, right? So during these 30 days, you have a minimum trading days of 10 days. So during this entire 30 days, you must trade for at least 10 days. So this is the maximum daily loss, $1,250. That means every single day, if you actually do lose money, you cannot lose more than 1.25k. And then the maximum loss is $2,500. So during this entire challenge, you cannot lose more than 2.5k, which is 5% of your account. You cannot lose more than 5%, guys. So the profit target is 2.5k, which means that you need to make 5% of your account in order to pass this step 1, and then you can move on to step 2. And then during step 2, the profit target is actually only 1.25k, which is like half of that, right? So after you achieve 1.25k in the step 2, the verification stage, you can finally move on to get your real funded account. Get the real funded account, get 25k to trade with. So basically, to get the 25k funded account, you need to pay them $250, right? So at the end of this challenge, guess what? They're gonna refund you the $250 if you pass the challenge and the verification stage. So it's kind of like a risk-free thing, right? Once you pass this thing, guess what? You are not risking any money at all. Not even the $250. You are just risking their capital. By the way, if $250 is too much for you, what I would recommend you to do is to go to my forex funds, right? This is another prop firm, and if you go down, you can see that they actually have a $20,000 account only for $139. But with that said, remember, this is a 20k account, and just now the FTMO account is a 25k account. Now let's get back to the charts so that I can show you how to actually make $500 a day trading forex and how this entire thing actually works out. So once you get a 25k account, remember that we are risking 1% on each trade. So 1% of 25k, that will be $250. And in addition to risking 1%, we are going to aim to get 2%. So the risk to reward ratio must be 2, right? At least 2. So if you get 2% in return, guess what? You just make $500. So this is a very simple scalping strategy. I call it the moving average crossover strategy. So the moment you start seeing the moving average crossover, and you see a engulfing candlestick, these two things, that is when you enter for the trade. So in this example, you can see the white line has been above the candlesticks for so long, and then right here, this is when the candlestick are starting to cross over the moving average, the white line. So that's one thing, right? The first thing is the moving average crossover. The second thing is the engulfing candlestick. So we see this big green engulfing candlestick right here, which show us that there is a lot of buying pressure in this market. That is when we can enter for a buy position. I'll place my stop loss below right here, place my take profit at 2 times my stop loss. So I literally drag the take profit all the way up here until I see 2 risk to reward ratio, like right here. So this is 1:2 risk to reward ratio, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see right now you are risking 1% to make 2%. You are risking $250 to make $500. And let's see how this trade plays out. So you can see price go up, go up, go up, go up, baby. And right here, you just smash your take profit, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, you just smash your take profit and you have just made $500. So for those of you who do not know what lot size to use, just go and Google a position size calculator. I'm just gonna use this one right here and just type in like the details right here. So let's say you have a 25k account and you are risking 1% per trade, right? And then how many pips is your stop loss? Let's go back and check, and this is a 30 pips stop loss. So in this case, your stop loss is 30 pips, right? So just put that down and press the calculate, and you can see it literally does the calculation for you. So right now it just shows us that 0.83, so we should be using a lot size of 0.83 on this trade. So if you still do not understand, let me show you another example. So in this example, you can see the moving average starts crossing over right here, right? The white line is starting to go below the candlesticks, but we do not want to enter here yet because we want to wait for some sort of engulfing candlestick, right? So we still wait and we wait, and you can see this right here, ladies and gentlemen. You see this big fat engulfing candlestick. This is when you can enter for a buy position right here. Now once you enter for a buy here, I'll place my stop loss below here once again. Place your take profit at 2 times your stop loss, which is all the way up here, up here, up here. Okay, so this is 2 times your stop loss, right? So now in this case, your stop loss distance is 17 pips. So we go back to the position size calculator and we just put how much? 17 pips, right? 17 pips. So 17 pips stop loss, and you're risking 1% on your 25k account, and press the calculate, and you can see 1.47. So in this case, you need to use a lot size of 1.47. So yeah, let's see how this trade plays out. Okay, you can see price is going up and then it starts consolidating around here to create your new higher low. So we continue waiting and waiting, and right there, we just smashed our take profit, bros. Oh my god, I forgot to mention, but the moving average that I'm using right here is the 8th moving average. Alright, it's the 8th moving average. If you are interested to learn more about this moving average strategy, you can click on this video right here to find out more. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you smash the like button and hit on that subscribe button. Welcome to the tribe, and remember, you're just one trade away. Mwah.